When we came to Leicester, COVID-19 lockdown had just started, so we had a really hard time. However, 1 year and 6 months later, slowly churches and playgroup opened again. So we went there. The members of church welcomed us warmly. I've been living in Leicester for a bit over 3 years. My family still thinks South Korea is home. I think we need to live in Leicester for a few years. Maybe then we might think Leicester is a home in the future.
My placement, I visited lots of the sort of different community projects in Leicester. So lots of sort of South Asian support groups and lunch clubs, and I think it was so nice to see. Like even having a meal with them, even if you don't understand the language. I remember I used to visit one of these places, and there used to be this weekly group on Fridays, Asian ladies, like a lunch club and so on. And obviously we could not speak any language because I didn't communicate in Gujarati. They could not speak English. Well, the coordinator spoke really good English, but most of the ladies, But they were so welcoming, and every time I used to go, they used to greet me and give me this land. And I used to stay there for like a couple of hours, and I don't know, it was just the feeling of like being part of a group, but at the same time, so different group. I still cherish actually that experience when people talk, you can't really make connection with people who don't speak the language. Yes, you can, you just have to think in a different way speaking. But very so often, these ladies used to chit chat among themselves, and maybe if the session was 2 hours, you only have like 20 minutes opportunity to exchange some conversation. But at the same time, I never felt like I was sitting alone, by the body language, the smiles, and they used to come and stroke your hands and bring the light to you. It was very, very welcoming environment, even if you didn't speak the language.
I feel a stronger connection to Leicester than to Britain. In a way, it's a place where I feel very comfortable as an immigrant. Because of the cultural and ethnic diversity in the city, I feel like I have the migration experience as well as the kind of religious minority community experience as a common experience within the city. So I guess the cultural diversity of Leicester is something that to me gives it a strong kind of point of local identity and sort of a kind of point of reference for local patriotism. It's the only kind of patriotism I'm willing to abide. So yeah.
But I don't have any problem with Leicester and living in Leicester. And because Leicester is, you don't feel alone. And even when you are walking on the street, you see the world here. And that is the beauty, I think.
I wonder if I'd come straight to Leicester and not via Surrey, Oxford, Lake District, Kent. My experience would have been probably a bit different. So my experience is tremendously positive. But the people, for instance, I've met over the last weekend as well, people who've come straight to Leicester actually have found it really difficult. And that's nothing unique in Leicester, but they just happen to be coming here straight, and it's the challenge of going to a new place and learning the way of life and the way things are done in a place, and where markets are, where parks are, where schools are, where dentists are, doctors are. That challenge of discovering a new place. It's a discovery, actually. I think Leicester has the best curry houses in England.